So what is going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 130 of our career mode, and we have become manager of Manchester United. So I will show you the objectives before we explain why. So the objectives, they want us to qualify for the Champions League, they want us to win the Europa League and wants to win the FA Cup. The youth development says make a profit of 2.55 million from youth sales within 2 seasons. Brand exposure, gain £170,000 earning from shirt sales, and they said they want us to earn 323 million through media expenses, i.e. competition prize money within 3 seasons. Continental success, you already know. And in the long term, they say they want us to win the Champions League. Domestic success, win the Barclays Premier League title, which of course is not going to be easy at all. And they want us to finish the season with a profit margin of £63 million. So we will be going to show you the squad report in a minute, but we'll also show you here the transfer budget. Transfer budget is £103 million. We've got a hell of a lot of money, guys, and we will be going for a few old Portsmouth players. But I'm going to explain why we're doing Manchester United while you will be having a look at a squad report. So if you guys aren't aware, I did actually put out a straw poll asking whether you wanted me to take over Bayern Munich, Manchester United, or start a new career mode. And basically, it was a very tight race between Manchester United and starting a new career mode. But I want to start a new career mode, but I don't want to rush into it and choose a team for the sake of it, and choose a team which you guys will not be enjoying, or maybe think another side will be better or worse. So basically, I'm going to do 1 season as Manchester United, and after that we probably will be starting a new career mode with whatever that new side might be. But this is also just basically a little tester. I just wanted to go ahead and upload a video like this, as we are going to be manager of Manchester United, and therefore I want to see kind of the response it's going to be getting. And if it's going to get a really good response, then we will do the whole season. And if I see that actually the response is pretty shit, not many people are liking it, then probably we'll finish it off and start our brand new career. But I just think it'd be interesting. I've never done it on my channel before, where we have taken over another side within the same save. So the squad that Manchester United have got is very good, but the only problem is there's quite a few old players in there. So I will be showing you a few players that we will want to go ahead and bring in straight away. But the problem is, the players we want to bring in are massive stars at our former club, and our former club is, of course, Portsmouth. So we are going to try and raid Portsmouth for a few players. So we've got Lucas Aguirre, we don't want. Alejandro, centre back, we might go for him. The player we definitely want is Hugo Azevedo. He's 92 rated, and as you see there, his contract is expiring in 12 months time. So Hugo Azevedo is without doubt one of the players we would like to go ahead and bring in. So we'll go ahead and offer a straight £50 million for him, which is a lot less than his valuation, but his contract will be up soon. And then we've got Andreas Christian, Matt Clark, Tito Cifuentes is another player I would like to bring in. But the main guy we would like to bring in is, if we can find him, here he is, Lima Almeida, 91 rated, Cristiano Ronaldo's regen, and he is one of the world's best. So to bring him in, obviously they're going to want a hell of a lot of money for him. But what we're going to have to do is go ahead and offer a player which we're not going to be that interested in using. And one of them players that we're not going to be that interested in using could be the likes of Milik, it could be Julian Draxler. I'm not really sure who we want to try and get rid of. We could try and get rid of Albert. Let's try and get rid of Albert Amana, send him back to Portsmouth, and put in a massive 60 million bid for João Jose Lima Almeida. Tito Cifuentes is another player we'd like to bring in, as is Diego Lopez, Dominic Martin. But the problem is, we can't bring in all of the players that we had at Portsmouth, obviously, because the squad that we built at Portsmouth was simply unbelievable. It was an astonishing squad, and we cannot bring everyone in. But another player we would be kind of looking at bringing in would be Igor Cardoso, because I know he was a fan favourite, but the board decided to sell him, and then after that, we was not allowed to buy him back. But he's now gone to Inter Milan. He's 86 rated. And maybe we could try and pull this deal off if we could in fact bring him in. So let's go ahead and offer 45 million for him, and let's see what they say. But of course, we're not going to have enough money to bring all 3 of these players in, not unless we manage to sell a few. So we've got some bad news. Portsmouth say Hugo Azevedo is too valuable to them and they will not let him go. He was a player that we brought up from the youth academy and it doesn't look like they will be letting him go. But we would be willing to let go of, if we can find him, Yannick Carrasco. Because Yannick Carrasco we did actually have at the club, but we will be willing to let him go. Plus 55 million to try and bring in Hugo Azevedo. But Inter Milan have accepted a 45 million bid for Igor Cardoso, so that one's not too bad, and that could be a good signing for us. And we would be bringing back a former Portsmouth player. But Portsmouth come back and say no for Lima Almeida, which is not the best of news for us. We could try and get rid of Delafeu, but Delafeu is not too bad. We don't want to get rid of Marcus Rashford, definitely not Dybala. Griezmann? Let's offer Griezmann plus 50 million and let's see if they accept that one, because Griezmann's now 32 years of age. He's starting to decrease in stats and we're not sure, but we've got a transfer offer for Yannick Carrasco to go to Barcelona, and if they give us something stupid like 79 million we will let him go, but we know they won't match that, but I hope they do. So it might sound a little bit wrong, but we actually hope they will be accepting it. And now we can play around. So put David De Gea in goal. At right back, we can play at right back. I'm not sure. Dybala can't play, so instead of Dybala, we'll play Milik up front, and Dybala will have to drop down. Yannick Carrasco can come onto the bench. Eric Bailly obviously is going to be playing, so maybe Eric Bailly can't play right back. Can he play right back? No, he can't, and he can't. But anyway, we'll leave Eric Bailly at right back. Pogba can play at CDM, and that will be the squad for the pre-season tournament. So let's see how we can get on the pre-season tournament. That extra 10 million could come in handy to try and boost up the offers for the players that we want to be bringing in, and the players that we want to be bringing in really are world-class players. But we're going to be taking on Roma in the first Asian Elite Cup match, as we want to pick up the win, as we do. Delafeu picks up 2 goals, and Manolas also picks up 1. So we've got a transfer for Laporte. Barcelona come back and say, I don't believe Yannick Carrasco is worth that much. And Laporte to go to Manchester City, and no way are we going to be letting go of Aymeric Laporte, not unless they pay a stupid amount of money for him. So now we've got a game against Nagoya Grampus. So whether they're from Japan, they might be from Japan or China, or, well, they can't be from China because China aren't in the game. So they drew their first leg against Al Ahly, and we should win this one, shouldn't we? We don't. We actually end up drawing the game 1-1, which means we're going to have to win the final game if we want to go through to the next stage of the competition. So we've got a transfer offer for Laporte again, this time to go to Spurs. Is it because he's not happy at the club? He is. It says he's in excellent form and he's happy at the club, so I don't know why everyone's coming in for him. We've got a bid for Marcos Lopez to go to Napoli, and he's not going to be that important for us at the club. He's not really in our plans, but we would let him go. And Albert Amana to go to Sevilla. If they give us 43 million, we will let him go, because then that will give us enough money to bring in Igor Cardoso, who actually accepted his contract. And Portsmouth say no. They want 99 million for Hugo Azevedo, and it's not looking that promising, is it? They want 130 million for Hugo. So now we've got our third and final game of the group stage, as it will be at home. Well, not home anyway, but we will be the home side, as we'll be taking on Al Ahly. And they lost 2-1 against Roma, so we should win this game, and we do. Griezmann and Rashford picking up the goals for us, which means we are guaranteed a place in the next round of the competition. So Spurs don't believe Laporte is worth that much. Sevilla will give us 26.5 million for Amana, and no way. We want at least, let's say, 40.5 million, which is just under 20 million less its valuation. And Napoli will give us that much for Lopez, and we say we want 40.5 million again. So that's exactly 20 over his valuation. And Portsmouth have accepted a bid of 75 million plus Yannick Carrasco for Hugo Azevedo. He wants 150 grand increase on his wages, and we're going to say no, we'll give you 200. That's about it. But now it's decisions times. What do we do? Because I think, in my personal opinion, I'd prefer Lima Almeida. So now it's time for the semi-final, as we will be taking on Wolfsburg, and this is not going to be an easy game. They lost 3-0 against Real Madrid, then they beat Inter Milan 2-1, and then they drew against Yokohama. So can we come out on top? Yes, we can. Griezmann and Barkley scoring the goals, and Real Madrid also won. So we're going to be taking on Real Madrid in the final of the competition, and that is basically just to give us a little bit of extra money. So it doesn't look like we're going to get Hugo on the cheap because Napoli say they give us 34 million for Lopez, and you know what? You can have him because he's not really in our plans and just give us a little bit more money. And 350 grand, you've got to be kidding me. Why do you want 150 grand more than what they were paying you at Portsmouth? That's a ridiculous amount of money. So now we're going to be playing the final, and it's going to be up against Real Madrid. Well, we're not actually going to be physically playing it, but Real Madrid have pretty much won nearly all of their games. They beat Roma, beat Inter, beat Jagiellonian. So now, are they going to beat us? No, they're not, because we end up winning the game by 2-0. Deulofeu picking up both of the goals, and Milik also got sent off. But Deulofeu, we were thinking maybe not to have him in our squad, but he scored in pretty much every game. So that is a pretty good sign for us. So let's have a look at the more emails come through. Players being sold, so Marcos Lopez has now left. We've been given around about 10 million for the competition, and Milik has picking up a suspension, which we are not bothered about one little bit. So Sevilla come back to us and say Albert Amana, I don't believe he's worth that much, but Portsmouth have accepted an £85 million bid plus Yannick Carrasco for João Lima Almeida, and we're going to go ahead and let's see if he will accept his contract. And also Hugo has accepted his, but of course if we accept Hugo we will have six. I think we can afford, no, because we've offered Yannick Carrasco in both deals. Oh God, so we can't do that. I was going to think we've got enough money to do both of them, but we haven't. So what I think we're going to do, we're going to bring in João Lima Almeida because he is going to be a goal scorer and he's going to be the one that's going to be fantastic for us. So Lima Almeida accepted his contract and we're going to bring him in. So that's the first sign-in, £85 million plus Yannick Carrasco for the 91 rated 19-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo's regen has joined Manchester United, and what an astonishing signing it is. That is an animal, and he is going to score goals for us, I'm telling you now, guys. So guys, also we found this guy here is called James Raven. He's a 19-year-old centre attacker midfielder, and he's got 5-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. He can play cam, striker and centre midfield. He looks very good, so we're going to go ahead and approach to sign him because he's a free agent. So let's see if, oh God, why have I given him a crucial first team player? I just jumped into things there, but we are going to go back in for Igor Cardoso. The only bad thing about him, he's only got 1-star weak foot, but he's actually got 3-star skill moves. I swear he only had 1 before. Let me know in the comment section down below, but I swear he only had 1, didn't he? I'm sure he did. But anyway, we're going to go in for him again, and let's see if Inter will accept something less for him, as we're going to try and offload someone that's quite old. So let's try and get rid of Gonalons, and let's say 30 million. Let's see if they accept that one. So Liverpool also after James Raven. We've accepted him. We've actually asked him to sign a contract, but he hasn't come back to us as of yet, so we're not sure if he's going to accept it. We've got 2 emails and he has accepted it, so that's great news. So he'll come in to us, but Igor Cardoso won't accept his, so it doesn't look like they're interested in Gonalons. So maybe we can try and get rid of, let's try and get rid of Abubakar, and let's see if they will accept that one, because we've got so many strikers, especially now we've brought in Lima Almeida as well. But James Raven, we are going to bring into the club. He's a free agent, 19 years of age. He's a central attacking midfielder, and let's see if he has the potential to be special, or if he actually does have some good stats. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Ravran, where is he? If we can find him, we've got to hope he's going to have some good stats. He's an exciting prospect. He's got some very good stats, and I think that's a real steal. And João Jose Lima Almeida, what about that for a signing? And as see there, he is just a beast, and I can't wait to play with him and Paulo Dybala up top. What a squad we are going to have at Manchester United. But that is in fact going to be it for this episode of Career Mode. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it's going to be very much appreciated. And considering it's kind of like a new series, can we hit 40 likes, as it really would help my channel out. And there will be an episode of the Rangers Career Mode later on today. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.